watch this.
Get a bank loan.
Esports World of Boxing and the Aragon
Would you take 40
Ballroom
acres and a
for
mule?
the
Which is another
hundreds
book
in
that
attendance.
America made the people.
Here are the
Black people.
boxers for tonight's
Would you take it
contest.
today?
Hell yes, give me my 40 acres right now. I'm not saying I'm finished. Because
From Louisville, Kentucky, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
give me my 40 acres and then what's wrong? Give me my 1 mule for my land and then let's have a conversation because what I can do
From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Smoking Joe Frazier.
I go out there and I'm not politics, the legislative process, that's what I love. And I'm just trying to figure out, even if we are able to assign some type of a numerical value to this, how do you get it through Congress?
Things are about to get underway here in round one. Beautiful punch by the greatest.
How do you get it?
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You can't hit what you can't see, and that's how Ali sums up his offense and defense. Nicely executed jab combo by Ali.
I said, I'm looking at myself. I said, I'm practicing like cotton. I said, that's where I stand. I said,
When your adversary can move like this guy, you have to try to cut the ring off. Get him on the ropes, unleash to the body.
But I look at fight night time. The reality is this. Why the struggle? Why the breakdown?
32 wins, 27 of them by knockout. This man means business.
In this country, you have to
Sting right hook.
resonance. You have to create momentum where you frame that. Look.
You gotta love that bulldog type of power style. The crowd loves seeing the explosiveness from these type of fighters.
After Kennedy gets killed,
Those two punches land squarely for Frazier.
the original civil rights bill that Dr. King and others supported had all of it in one. LBJ
Joe
was like,
Frazier's
I can't get all
unloaded
of
a
it in one.
tremendous power punch.
The original the first one, that was a 1960 civil rights act. After Kennedy dies, LBJ goes, okay, I can't get all that in one. It was broken up into 3 pieces. 64,
Smoking Joe's popped
Civil
by
Rights
2
Act,
hard
which is
shots.
public accommodations. 65 was voting. 68 was housing. He said, I'm gonna get it, but I can't get all of it at once. You have to create that.
Stinging combination
Which is
for
where voting
Ali.
comes. So when I hear people say, unless this happens, I ain't voting. If you don't vote, it's not gonna happen.
Ali with a jab and a straight right hand.
You have to elect a Congress that is going to be amenable to your argument,
Smoking connects with a good jab, followed by a strong right downstairs.
timely and relevant examples to me. So we need
Frazier's putting combos together and looking to throw more than one punch at a time.
Actually, 150.
we're here. But
Good jab in front of a solid right hand from Ali. Digging body blow.
I support no candidate, but what I will say is right now, every front runner but Biden
He
says
whacks a
yes
right
to
hand
reparations.
across his face.
So we need a
Frazier's been plucked by a hook he
Democratic
never saw
candidate
coming.
because Trump is a non-starter, so we need a Democratic candidate, and then
Here
we
come
need
the mind games
Democratic
from
House, because
Frazier.
That's how we got health care, right? So, and we need whatever version of a bill we can get where something is passed.
to the Senate, which would not-
No.
Hold on one second.
I said what we need.
Still 10 seconds remaining.
President held House and Senate. That's how I got it.
Win, lose, or
And
draw,
2020
these kind of punches can only add to his
viable for
marketability.
that
It certainly is.
If we're about our business.
I'm not certain.
Truly, that round was exactly what his corner wanted to see from Ali. Muhammad Ali's clearly in control of this fight. Here, we'll take a look at what he did in that last round. The greatest connected with good action in that last round. Let's take another look.
Districts that some of those members even represent. But I'm not convinced some of those white members.
All that wind deep into your
Hold on,
lungs.
first of all,
Relax.
Hold on, no.
Look
First of
good
all,
out
people want
there.
point.
Pal
Here's
across
the
the
thing.
way is
Don't
going to want to turn this into a slugfest.
Thank God.
You can't give in if that happens.
18
Work
in the
the
House.
jab.
That's true.
Take it from the
Yeah.
outside. Keep your feet moving and outsmart
Or
this
60
guy.
in the Senate. And then what you actually, and I dare say, you actually need more than that because assuming it's going to be a veto, even if it's a Democratic president. So the bottom line, but again, to the people who are watching, Mark, this is the final. If you
The
got
only good
60
thing about the last
people
round
signed
is that it's
on
over.
now,
Big punches.
And
That's
the
what we
next
do.
session, you got
Cut off the
90,
ring
you
and
picked
drop
up
the
30.
hammer on 'em.
The problem I have is with folks.
Let's get going with
don't
round number
understand
2.
that, look, it is not going to happen in a year. But if you decide to not vote,
You can parry his speed guy's punches. It might just give you an opportunity to land some shots and slow him down.
Well, you know, there were some people there today that have been propagandized that way. But I was watching people.
Body shot lands, looking to set up the harder stuff up top.
They couldn't come up with an argument against anything they said. So,
Technically solid 2-punch
we
combination.
didn't know we'd be here today on this Juneteenth 2019, and I'm very moved by the story you told me today about your great-grandfather.
You can just tell this guy's got some power in those hands. He keeps his body tight and explosive. He doubled up on the jab.
We can't time it, but our generation has to continue to struggle. And sometime, if not in our lifetime, the next
I love the way
generation
Ali can predict in what round he's going to finish off his opponent. That's
I
my
think
kind
this
of
can get done.
confidence.
It won't be tomorrow. And it is wrong to say to people if it's not resolved by 2020, they're not going to vote. It is an ongoing struggle. And on this Juneteenth, our
Muhammad Ali's flashed the leather.
freedom is eternal vision. So we can't stop.
and for the folks who understand voting, you can talk about 50 minutes.
Joe Frazier is known for his left hook, but to say that's all he has would be a gross understatement. He has great stamina and a relentless body attack, and that's what fits close to opponents. Kill the body, and the head will die. He's determined to land punches and flurries.
Another great investment opportunity. Now, if you were lucky enough
Frazier
to
with a
invest
jab
in their last
upstairs
campaign,
and then a hard right hand to
raised
the
a bunch
midsection.
of money in just a few months investing in legal marijuana farms. Those initial investors now own shares of a publicly traded company. Folks, now again, a lot of y'all missed it, but now you have a second chance. They have a new investment opportunity that is as good, if not even better.
Joe
than the last.
Frazier's
Talking
getting the
about
best of his opponent there.
CBD. For those who don't know, the hemp plant is the cousin to marijuana with a much higher concentration of CBD, which means hemp CBD gives you all the medical benefits of marijuana without getting you high. Now, until
He
recently,
goes for the
hemp
knockout
farming
with
was
one
practically
devastating
illegal
punch
in
to
the
the
US,
head.
heavily regulated by the
Ali's
FDA.
going to
However,
work with
2018
two
farming
solid
changed
shots.
all that, making it illegal to grow
Nicely
hemp
placed
CBD
jab
in the US,
downstairs.
creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. Land to grow all the plants, which makes for an incredible investment opportunity. And that's where our good
Joe
friends at Fortune
Frazier's
Real Estate
taking that
come in.
punch pretty
The
well.
business model is real simple. You buy the land to support the hemp CBD grow operations and lease it to licensed, high-paying tenants. That's right, they are hemp CBD landlords. And you can get in on the action. You can invest in this crowdfunding campaign for as little as $200 up to $10,000. Folks, if you want to invest, go to marijuana.
Ali catches him with a jab up top, then blasts him in the gut with a straight right hand. Only 10 seconds left to go in this round. Without question, I'd say that was a better round for Ali. Ali will not relent and just keeps winning rounds. Let's examine how he took that last one. Well, let's take another look at the better moments from that last round.
Until Montgomery, and I have issued an
Like what you did out
injunction
there,
enjoining
breathe in and let's
them
think about
from
doing it
marching.
again. That's what I like to see.
So
Keep
you
outboxing
see,
this guy. The more
when
he
you
throws
see
punches,
the
the more he
second
punches
march,
himself out. And the tighter he
and when
gets,
you see the
easier it is
state
to
troopers
execute
go
our
up,
game.
and then they turn around and went back. And then when you see Dr. King come, and then turn around and don't go across the bridge, but go on back to the church. Do you know why he did that? Because
We're
the
not
judge
fighting the
told
fight.
me when
You're
the
letting him
judge was
score. You
telling
just
me all
gave
of
away that last
I said,
round.
Judge, you don't
What are you
understand
doing
the
out
people in
there?
the
Your
movement.
fists are going everywhere
He
but at
says,
the stiff.
"Lawyer,
I
you're
need
an
you to get your
officer
head
of
in the
court.
game, get your feet in good
Control
position,
your
and start
clients."
connecting.
I went to Selma.
Here comes
found
round number 3.
Dr. King.
It looks like this is
I
just
didn't
fun
want to
for
talk to
Ali.
nobody else.
He explodes
Not
into his
John
body.
Lewis, not anyone else
Smoking
but Dr.
Joe's
King. I
still
talked to
bleeding
him
noticeably from his
privately,
nose.
Told him about my conversation, and I says, this is the best case we've ever had.
When you're a
And
fast
I
fighter,
just
you
wanted
have
to
to use it.
admit
If you go
to
inside, you better make a short visit.
Well, Fred, you know,
He's
I got
showing
all
a good
these
chin
people
as he
in
isn't
town
wavering
now.
or wobbling
I said,
at
I
all.
understand
Muhammad
that,
Ali
Fred.
with a
But
strong
I
jab that
also
looks to
know
back his
that
opponent
this is
up.
the most important case we have. All I want from you is your word.
Ali
that you
served a
all won't
combo
go
and
across
both
that
punches
bridge.
nailed their
He
targets.
said, you got it. I said, I got a case to start
Ali
trying
scores
on
nicely with
Thursday.
that one.
Now you
Looking
know
good
the
with
rest
that
of the
combination.
story As to why you didn't go across.
He's
But not
taking
only
the
that,
initiative with that
we
two-shot
meet here
combo.
tonight 55 years after, as a result of that
Slammed
hearing,
with 3 hard
the coach
shots.
said you could march. As a result of that hearing, the
Solid
Voting
jab
Rights
sets
Act
up the
of
right hand to body.
1965 was passed.
Sharp shot to the head.
As a result of that act, when you
Muhammad Ali looks to go through his opponent's liver with that one.
and after the speeches were made, a few
Nice
of us,
1-2
including
lands
Fred
there.
Gray, was invited by Governor Wallace to come in so we could give to the governor your message.
Our guys tend to be slower, and if you can get through their defense, you can slow them down even more. He's looking for his opponent to make mistakes
But I
and help
went
him out.
in and delivered the message. And I'm glad today that that message, even
Of course,
though
before
you couldn't
changing his
attend
name to
then,
Muhammad Ali, he was Cassius
at
Clay,
what has
and it was that
taken
brash
place now.
young man known as
Who would have
Clay from
thought
Louisville
that
who won the
there would
Olympic
be
gold
6
at the 60
days
Games in
of
Rome.
activities for John Lewis.
Frazier's got to work on
in the
protecting
District of
himself
Columbia.
after he throws,
So
or he's going to
again,
continue to get
John
tagged
Lewis
with
has
counter shots.
devoted substantially all of his life to the civil rights movement. The last
You know,
time
Joe
I
Frazier won his
appeared on
first
a
heavyweight
program
title at
with
age
him was
24. 2
December
years
4th
later, he unified the
of
titles
last
and
year
became the undisputed heavyweight
in
champion
the
of the
Library
world.
of Congress, when they were unveiling the papers of my client.
Boom! He's pounded in the body
He
by
was
that
there,
haymaker.
and we shared in that occasion. In 1965, then my last
Wow!
conversation-
Frazier's stunned
and
as
I'm
he's
a
put
friend.
down for the first
My
time.
last conversation with him was on the 8th.
Look at the replay. Tremendous body
His chief of
shots. Ends
staff
up
called me
crashing
on
to the
phone
ground.
and said, "Lawyer,
1, 2,
the
3,
congressman wanna talk
4,
to you."
5,
And
6,
I
7.
want to share with you just a little bit.
Only 10 seconds
of what he
left in this
said in that
round.
last conversation
Frazier's going to have to
that I
figure
had.
out his opponent's uppercut, or he'll find
We
himself in a
talked about
world
how
of
we
hurt.
met. We talked about all the work that he
Ali's
had
got to be
done.
thrilled with how well
in the
that
civil
round
rights
went.
movement.
The greatest might just have this
talked
fight in the
about a
bag.
little
Let's look
of
at
what
how
I
he
had done.
dominated that last
And
round.
then I asked him, I said, Congressman,
Ali's featured prominently in the
please
highlights of
tell
that
me
last round.
what is it you want me and others who may be here after you have left? Tell me what you want us
Take a
to
deep
do.
breath.
This
Look
is
real
what he
good in
said.
there.
Listen
You're
to
giving
me.
your pal
Said,
across the ring
"Brother,
too much to deal with.
keep going.
Keep it up, and he can't handle the kind
pushing.
of pressure you're bringing. 5 combinations.
record
Focus
straight.
on the left side of his face, and let's
I
make that out
promised
worse
the
than it already
Congressman
is, and end this guy's
that
night
I
early.
would keep pushing, that I would keep going, and I would keep the record straight. We then, as we meet here tonight, and as we express
Come
our
on, come on. We
condolences
both know you're better than
to his
this.
family.
We're down on points, and
We
that cut ain't
want
looking
you
good.
to know
Kid, I
that
want you to
what
protect that
John
eye.
Lewis
But I
wants
need you to score at the
all of
same
us to
time.
do
I want you to
is
circle
to
away
keep
from his
pushing,
jab.
Here we go with
Keep
the fourth
going.
round of what's been a
Set the
great
record
fight thus
straight.
far.
and then I close that.
Wow,
Yeah.
Joe Frazier's
Pray for
stumbling
him.
after that vicious blow to the
Pray
head.
for us.
He's momentarily
that he
stunned,
will
and the
realize that
crowd
the
loves
struggle
it.
for equal justice continues.
Crisp,
And we
clean
must
counter
keep
punch
going.
from Ali.
We must keep pushing, and we must keep the record straight. Rest in peace. my
Always on
brother.
the balls of their feet,
Thank you.
very light. You can just tell this is a speed-style boxer. Frazier's not going to like the result of this fight if he keeps getting tagged with shots like that. Clobbered by Muhammad Ali. Snaps out the jab and then goes downstairs with the right hand. Joe Frazier shoots the other boxer down with a big hook. And now both fighters have hit the canvas.
Black voters, you say matter. Black voters. Black voters. When I say black voters, you say matter. Black voters. Black voters. My name is Latasha Brown, and I'm so honored to be here.
1,
I am a
2,
daughter
3,
of Alabama.
4,
I'm a native of
5,
Selma, Alabama.
6,
And every day of
7.
my life, I would
I don't know how
go
much more
across that
punishment he
bridge.
can take. The
And I
rest of
remember
this
the
round
stories
is going to be a
and
real
remember
test
the
for
feel when I
Ali.
went across that bridge.
Nice
And even
jab
in that
by
moment,
Smokin'
I didn't
Joe.
know was preparing
It could
me
be a
for the
short
work
night of
that I
work
do now.
if he can
In terms of
consistently
making sure
land
that the world
combos like
knows
that.
That black voters matter. We've always mattered, and we always will matter. And so in that space,
One thing you can do against a power guy is move. It's hard for him to generate a good punch when the target is always moving. Ali slams his opponent with 2 hard shots.
When I think about it, some people are going to talk about how he was a great statesman. Some people will also
Ali's
share and
punches
talk about
continue to
how
find
he
their
was
target.
an advocate and an activist, and how he's a great orator. But what sticks with me is that he was a
Ali's
soldier
got
of
it all:
love.
speed,
That he was the
power,
embodiment
endurance,
of
will,
love.
and
That
guts.
who else?
And not to mention
How could
more
you,
showmanship
that
than
in the
Hollywood
face
and Vegas
of
combined.
tyranny, you could still stand with love in your heart. That in the midst of going to the capitals and the halls in Washington, D.C. every day, and being with
Frazier
colleagues
was acting
who were
unprofessional, and his
actively
opponent
working
made him
against
pay.
black voters, who have actively passing policies against poor people, against immigrants, against
He
gay
keeps
people,
coming and
against
coming
black
and
folks.
coming. A
That
full
opposite,
force in your face
he was
attack
going
is
to
what
still
Smokin' Joe does
stand
best.
in that space, in that spirit of love. That in the midst of having a country that
Ali
actually
scores
abuses
with a
us,
sharp jab.
continues to, when we're thinking about state-sanctioned violence, because most of what we don't think about is that the movement was just not about the voting rights. It was actually the death of Jimmy Lee Jackson, who was killed, who was murdered in Perry
And we're
County,
down to the final 10
Alabama, trying
seconds.
to defend his grandfather is the reason why the voters at the time, the marchers at the time, wanted to march here to this Capitol.
Joe Frazier
behind
owned
us
the ring
and
for
put
that
his body
round.
on the
Frazier
steps.
has
And they
really taken
decided
over this
instead to
fight.
have a
Let's
march.
take another
And so
look
it's
at how
the
he fared in that last
of getting
round.
and stopping state-sanctioned
Oh
violence.
my, let's
and
watch
our,
the tape.
Our humanity
See
and
how
the
he
right to
lands
vote,
that
of
left
which
hand?
led to that.
What a
and so
hard-
in that spirit, you all, I just want to ask, what is it going to take,
Need
Amir?
you to breathe in.
What is it
Let's
going to
concentrate
take,
on
Amir,
taking this next
for you to
round.
recognize
This guy
the
loves to
humanity
pump iron.
of your
He's
citizens
as strong
and
as a
all
bull.
people?
But I want
What
you
is
to
it
be
going
as
to take,
skillful
Amir?
as a bull fighter.
That at the
Make
end
it
of the
miss.
day, it shouldn't be about we
When he
got
come
another
in with his
bill or
hard-looking
act about
punches
vote.
and look
The
for
Constitution
power
says
combos.
we the people, not we the party, not we the political interest. It says we the people. What is it going to take, America, that you recognize the same kind of love that John Lewis had in his heart, that said that it doesn't matter what color passport you have.
Nice
These
work out
children
there.
from Chile
Keep your head in the
and
fight,
children
and we're
from
gonna
South
beat this
America and
loser.
Mexico,
He can't
that
take
they
what
don't
you
have to
can
be
dish
placed
out.
in cages
Get off him and hit
because
him
they got a
hard.
different color
Drop
part,
this pretender.
passport. What is it going to take, America?
Here we go with round number
For
5.
you to recognize
I think it's safe to
that
say
the
far less
success
repair
and
work
the
was
health
done
of
than
your
expected.
country is not based on how well the stock market
That right
is doing,
hand
but
demonstrates
how
just
well
how
your people
comfortable
are
he
doing.
is hitting low.
What
The
shall
ref
it
only
take,
threatens to
America,
stop a bout if one
for you to
fighter is showing an
replace
obvious inability
hate
to defend himself.
with love?
If he could defend himself
The
and
one
stop
thing,
taking
last
so
thing
many
that I'll
hard
say
shots, the referee
is that
wouldn't
what
have to
Brother
step in.
John Lewis also taught
A jab, then a
is he
cross
taught us
finds home.
about the redemptive power of love.
Muhammad Ali's legs look
Redemption
weak.
is
Can he
always
survive the
available,
round?
But it does require repentance. And so, America, when shall you repent on racism and sexism and homophobia and all the oppression that does not acknowledge the faith and does not acknowledge the value of human life? But I, too, am a
He
believer
eats
of
a
love,
straight
y'all.
shot to the head.
I believe in love.
Frazier's
I believe
hurt.
that love
His
has the
legs are
power
losing
to
stability.
transform.
And I'm not
I
sure if
believe
he'll last
that
this
love
round.
has the power to flip hate, to actually open it up in a space that we can have a
Ali's
radical
able to do some
reimagining
damage with a
of this
hard
country
power punch
and live in a
downstairs.
nation
Those
that
two
all
punches.
people are treated with dignity.
Boom! An overpowering haymaker
And so in
causes
that
his
space,
opponent to hit the canvas.
I'm going to leave you all with something that I want to dedicate to the soldier of love who taught us, who demonstrated it, who walked in it, who believed in it, who actually was one that stood on Luke 4:18.
1,
And the
2,
love.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
He did a good job to get up after that knockdown. He's really showing the heart of a fighter. Hits him hard in the midsection. Good strategy from Ali. He's looking to create openings by putting punches together. It's almost like he knows what his opponent's going to throw before he throws it. He collapses to the ground after getting smacked by a thunderous uppercut. And there it is. Oh, that body shot landed with enough force to break.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's over.
Listen to the crowd. They won't let up. They're absolutely thrilled at seeing the knockout here tonight. They're going nuts.